So in this tutorial we're going to create this very cool kind of rising cubes effect, and it looks like a particle system, but it's actually just done with the time effector. And the advantage of the time effector is you can make these kind of cool effects that look like you're using a particle system, but you're not. So anyway, I'm just going to get started, and I'm going to create a cube, and I'm going to make it 100 all round, so 100, 100, 100. And I'm just going to go to my MoGraph and choose cloner, make the cube a child of the cloner, and I'm going to go into a grid array mode, set the count to 16 and 16 for the last value, but the Y value, the middle value, I'm just going to put 1. And the size, now the cube width is 100, so that should be 1600 by 1600. And for some reason there's a gap, which actually doesn't make sense, but if I go to 1580 maybe. Just render that. Alright, I can live with that. I'm just going to save my scene because my Cinema4D has been crashing quite a bit. Just going to call it cubes. Okay. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to add an effector, a random effector. And what I'm going to do is, as you know, the random effector just kind of scatters position values or scale, whatever you choose. I'm going to uncheck position. I'm going to go to cloner, transform, and go to display weight. Now what that does is basically we can see the weight of each cube. So everything is red, which means they all have the same kind of weight value. Ignore these orange dots here. Those are actually control handles for the cloner. So in random, I'm going to uncheck all the position, scale, rotation values, and I'm just going to turn this up here, weight transform, to 100. And as you can see, what that has done is it's changed all the weight values. So you've got yellow, you've got red, you've got orange. Red is a value of 1, and I think yellow is a value of kind of 0. Well, in this case, it's go to the Effector tab, min max. The values range between -100 and 100%. So you can play with these values here as well. So anyway, the next effector I'm going to add is a time effector. And I'm just going to go to my cloner and check that it goes random and then the time effector, because the order is quite important. So now I'm going to come to my time effector. I'm going to uncheck rotation, which is set by default for some reason. I'm going to go to position and just increase the Y value. I'm just going to save my project. Now if I play this animation back, all the cubes start rising at different speeds. And the larger the Y value, the faster they're going to go, which is quite confusing to understand that with the time effector, but that's just the way it works. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to fall off and choose a sphere. And I'm going to increase the scale of the sphere, set fall off to 100%, and see what happens. And now, as you can see, only the cubes that are inside the fall off area kind of rise up. And that's really cool because we can basically just animate this fall off now. Where do we go? So I'm just going to set a keyframe here and keyframe here, then make it kind of go along here, keyframe there, and then maybe exit. Whoops. Exit here. Sorry, got a sore throat. So there you go. Actually, what I might do is make it kind of pause here. Just lengthen that animation because you're not kind of appreciating the effect. Go to time and increase the Y value maybe. I'm just going to turn off the weight display. So some cool possibilities with that. And to be honest, I think the effect best works without any animation on the effector. Oops. It's quite difficult to delete keyframes instead of deleting the object itself. If you just right click and cut, that's what I do. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, I think it looks much better like that. And using a particle system you could achieve that, but obviously it would take much longer. That's like just a couple of effectors thrown together, and we can achieve these sorts of effects quite easily. And I might dare animating the random effector. Let's see what happens. No idea what's going to happen, but I'm just going to reduce the strength as it travels along. Let's see what happens. Yeah, looks a bit lame. But anyway, I just wanted to show you a different way you can use the time effector. It's a very powerful effector, and it's not actually used very often. It should be. So that's the end of the tutorial, and thanks for watching.